They say love grows with age. But does it really? After 60, when the world slows down and the noise fades, what remains between a husband and wife? This is a story, but it might also be your story. In a small town lived Michael, a 66-year-old retired teacher, and his wife Tina, aged 63. Their days were slow, their routine simple. But something had changed. One evening, sitting with his tea, Michael looked at Tina, her hands worn from decades of care, her eyes softer but tired. He asked himself, is she still the woman I fell in love with, or more? Dr. Sue Johnson, famous for emotionally focused therapy, says, love is not the icing on the cake of life. It is a basic primary need, like oxygen or water. At 60 plus, that emotional oxygen is connection, respect, and companionship. Michael didn't want thrill. He wanted her presence, her kind words, her belief in him. Even if his back ached and memory faded, Tina sat in her rocking chair, her eyes misty. He's quiet lately, she thought. Does he still need me? She remembered the quotes when she studied different culture and religions. Hadith where the Prophet Muhammad said, the best of you are those who are best to their wives. Tirmidhi. But she also remembered another saying, lesser known. And the believing woman is a garment for her husband, and he is a garment for her. Quran chapter 2. Not just warmth, but comfort, cover, and mutual support. That night, Michael took her hand, wrinkled but precious. I miss your words, he whispered. I miss being your hero. Tina smiled softly. I thought you didn't need to hear it anymore, he replied. Men never stop needing admiration, even at 66. What do men expect from their wives after 60? Not youth, not beauty, but the things that stay. Kindness over criticism, appreciation over silence, companionship over distance, spiritual connection over routine. Psychiatrist Dr. Viktor Frankl said, love is the only way to grasp another human being in the innermost core of his personality. Happy marriages are based on a deep friendship. By this I mean a mutual respect for and enjoyment of each other's company. Dr. John Gottman, The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, loved and respected his wife, Khadija, until her last breath, and beyond. He would speak of her years later with tears in his eyes. He once said, she believed in me when no one else did. That's emotional strength. That's what endures after 60. So if you're over 60 or heading there, remember, love is not over. It's just deeper. It's quieter but stronger. Your words, your affection, your warmth still matter. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone growing older in love. Let's remind them, emotional connection doesn't fade. It just needs nurturing.